spit, we hit. And I told them, nobody's going to spit on our police officers. Nobody's going to spit on our military, which they do as a common thing. They get up to them this far away and then they start spitting in their face. That happens, they get hit very hard. We're not going to let this happen to our country. We're not going to let our country fall apart like it was under Biden. We'll send whatever we need to make sure there's law and order.
Boot to our neck. We have every single obligation, moral, historical. We have every reason to defend our people, to defend our community, to defend our families by whatever means necessary. I don't want to be a violent person. I don't think that I am. And I think most of my comrades and people here are not violent either. But what those people are doing every day in the streets of this country is using brutal violence. Brutal and absolute violence against our communities. The black community knows this. The indigenous community knows this. And all undocumented people are feeling this. So while we don't want to be violent, I also say this. We are not nonviolent. I'll say that. We are not nonviolent. That means we believe in self-defense. And if you come at me and my family, I will do everything within my power, legal or not, to defend my family and my people. We have a history of that. And we will continue to live up to the legacy of struggle. So with that, the last thing I'll say is, as you know, there's over 200 people right now detained in a dungeon. Did y'all know that? It's a dungeon down there. It's literally the basement. We receive calls that people are down there in the basement. They have no bathrooms. They haven't showered in days. They don't have enough food or water. And there's children down there too. That, besides evil, even within their own legal framework, that's a human rights violation. So we say, we got to liberate those people. We got to fight for the people. So they're being held right around this corner. So in a few moments, we're all going to move this. We're going to go down there so the people can hear us and see us and know that they are not alone. Vamos a seguir. Vamos a movernos hacia el otro lado del edificio, donde tienen a más de 200 personas secuestradas, mujeres, hombres y niños, sin baños, sin comida, sin agua. Ahí los tienen ya por más de 2 días. Tenemos que ir todos a este lado para que el pueblo sepa que no están solos. Estamos con ellos y vamos a seguir luchando y organizando para liberarlos. Estamos juntos, estamos unidos. So, con eso vamos a en una
Riots are gonna happen. Riots are happening here now.
I want to speak to every individual that's watching today. But before I do that, I want to thank every organizer, every IPO member, every attorney, every neighbor, organizations like OCAD, ICER, Palenque, LSNA, who showed up today to protect our neighbors, who showed up today to protect our families. Thank you for putting your bodies on the line to make sure that we can keep families together. But to the individuals that are watching, don't let that fascist man that sits in the Oval Office convince you that he is only deporting criminals. Don't let that manipulative man convince you that we are better without the people that he is kidnapping from our city. Do not let the White House convince you that we are safer because of what he is doing. In fact, what he is doing is putting our communities at the most risk. He is leaving behind children. He is separating families. He is taking away providers. He is taking away organizers from our community. The people that showed up today, they showed up in good faith. They showed up with cases. They showed up with attorneys. They showed up with every single law on their side to ensure that they went back home to their families, and they were kidnapped today by ICE. Do not let anyone else convince you otherwise. And for everyone who is watching who may know a neighbor or a relative, who may receive a text message to show up to an appointment that may have come from this nonprofit organization getting millions off kidnapping people.
Shame on them. Shut it down.
Remind them that they have elected officials who will ensure that we shut it down.
Shut it down!
That we will demand our mayor and every single department in the city of Chicago to find where they are renting, and we will shut them down.
Shut it down!
Because in the city of Chicago, there are elected officials who wish to keep you safe. Despite that man that's in the Oval Office, you have local elected officials that wish, that work, that will put our bodies on the line to keep you safe. Those individuals that showed up today, they're kidnappers. And we can't call them anything else. They rob families of their mothers. They rob families of their siblings. They rob families of their fathers. The image that will forever be ingrained in my head will be the women in handcuffs crying, begging their families to help. The fathers who were taken out of that building crying, begging for us to help. And so we will do just that. We will not rest until we ensure that we demand for their release, because they have every right to be here. And until ICE and all these organizations understand that Chicago is not the place to come. We won't let it happen. It happened in Minneapolis yesterday. They tried it here today. It won't happen again. It is my honor to introduce a partner that's been in this work for a really long time. Someone in many cases who educates me.
This was today earlier in LA. It is wild today here. Look at this on the cars. They got on fire today. The Waymo cars, I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Waymo cars got on fire today. They're all turned off now.
Police are now pepper spraying. They're throwing stuff out here in the streets. They're blocking eyes, blocking the FBI from coming through.
Kamala Harris, you described the riots in Los Angeles as overwhelmingly peaceful. People are going to potentially lose their lives. Thousands of National Guards are coming in. 500 Marines have just been issued to get to Los Angeles. People are burning cars, rioting, mommies, daddies, women, and children, and you find this overwhelmingly peaceful, and at the same time, you say that this is Donald Trump's fault. You don't take responsibility for having these open borders or responsibility for letting everybody pour in when we told you that Joe Biden, all he had to do was sign an executive order to close the borders, didn't have any agreement with the Republican Party, as the president had the right, had the executive order right to shut those borders down, but you made an excuse and blamed the Republicans why everybody poured in. But this is overwhelmingly peaceful to you, as you see families under duress and people screaming and yelling and hurting police officers and throwing, looks like to me, Molotov cocktails on cars and burning them down. And you're okay with this, and you're in line with this, because it's quoted that the only thing that you and Governor Newsom care about is the community and the people around in Los Angeles. That's the most important thing, because we don't want to talk about what happened in the Palisades anymore, right? That was just a fluke. That just happened by accident. As we won't forget about Maui, where thousands and thousands of people have lost their homes due to this incredible fire that came out of nowhere. You know, I have to tell you, at the end of the day, it's amazing how you just don't go away. You should just be saying, I am so grateful that I got so far on the political ladder, so far up on the political ladder to become the vice president of the United States of America, and the possibility that you almost became president. Oh my God. No matter what Donald Trump does, no matter what mistakes he might make, I have to tell you, I pray to God and I thank him every day that, thank God, that Kamala Harris, whoo, did we dodge a bullet? Kamala Harris could have been your president.
I feel like everything that's going on in LA right now was a trap. Something about these LA riots do not sit right with me. I'm talking about the timing, the energy, the way everything is being covered. It's like they knew this was coming, y'all. I know y'all seen the videos of like piles of bricks being staged at certain locations before chaos happened. Then when the chaos started, those same bricks that was placed everywhere, people started using them. So it started out peaceful, and then all of a sudden, boom, it escalated to this. You had people throwing rocks, bricks, waving flags. You had some people in ski masks, you don't even know if they were really there for the protest, or was they just trying to entice some shit. Whatever the case may be, it caused Donald Trump to bring in 2,000 troops. But some people say this was too early for them to do that. Look, I'm not trying to say it's staged. I'm just saying, what are they benefiting from this? Why now? And why did it start in LA? Why are certain groups that's involved in organizing are some of the same groups that's involved in political funding? People got to start understanding. We all seen this playbook before. We got to stop acting like history haven't shown us. Escalate tension, then show the chaos, and then push for a solution that nobody asked for. I'm keeping a close eye on this because, like I said, I just got a funny feeling that this is going to start some new surveillance or some new policies, y'all, that's probably been in the making. Y'all, stay tuned. It's kicking off in LA, but I'm hearing it might go as far as the DMV, Texas, New York. I don't know.
What if the idea of black and brown unity is just another lie we tell ourselves to feel safer in a system that was never built for us? Survival ain't the reason they don't side with us. It's preference. Think about it. In prisons, they don't roll with us. On the job sites, they don't hire us. In their homes, they don't want us dating their daughters. And in the courtroom, they often vote for policies against us. For my people want to cling to the few who march like it erases the ones who mock. And before you say that's not all of them, ask one of your Mexican partners what mejora la raza means. It means to improve the race. But improve it how? By whitening it. By erasing blackness. Go on and sit with that for a minute. They dance to our music, they talk like us, they move into our neighborhoods, and we let them. Then they gatekeep jobs, culture, and even respect, and we let them. This ain't about racism, man. It's about rivalry, because nobody imitates what they pity. They imitate what they envy, and deep down they know what we got can't be copied. So maybe it ain't hate. Maybe it's hidden competition. Maybe it ain't ignorance. Maybe it's inherited bias. Or maybe blacks was never meant to look for allies. Just remember who we are. I love my people. I hope y'all safe out there, and I hope you get home safe. And y'all have a good day.
So these are federal law enforcement officers that are carrying this out. As we see one more person, oh, that person being dragged across the street for a moment there, being arrested.
But we want to remind folks that viewer discretion is advised.
Oh, yeah. So we're starting to see some of these people being detained by what appears to be federal law enforcement at this point. We believe that these are Border Patrol police that are on scene.